Good morning, I'm Davide Baltieri. My tutor is Professor Roberto Vezzani, and I'm here to present my research activity in distributed surveillance systems for real-time monitoring of forensics. My research activity was mainly focused on techniques for distributed surveillance systems, and in particular on the following three arguments: 3D models, surveillance, and people identification, background initialization, and briefly on action classification for people surveillance. Regarding the first, was my main activity, my main research activity, and basically I tried to use 3D body models and computer graphic techniques in video surveillance, in particular for the re-identification of people. People re-identification is one of most challenging activities in surveillance, and in my case of study was basically about recognizing people in a video camera and recognize if they have been seen previously in other cameras in surveillance systems. In order to do that, I exploited computer graphics. In particular, I manually constructed 3D models of the body of a person, a very simple 3D model, and then I sampled some vertices from the model, and the idea is to store appearance descriptor on the vertices of the models. First, we need a tracking algorithm that extracts the appearance image of a person, its position, its size, and with some weak assumption, its orientation in the scene. With that, we can create a simple 3D reconstruction of a surveilled ambient. And then we can extract the descriptors this way. For each vertex, we project the vertices on the camera image, and then in the projected vertex position, we extract some descriptors. In our case, we use the vertex pixel color, a localized HSV histogram, and the optical reliability of the data that tell us how reliable is the optical information. Then, if a tracking algorithm can provide us more image of a person, we can update and refine the models with all the data, like in the video here. That model is constructed with 3 different images of the same person. And after the model creation, we can proceed with the actual identification by basically matching the model with a single image in the case of model-to-image matching, or with a complete model in the case of model-to-model matching. You do that by computing the Hellinger distance between a pair of localized HSV histogram of corresponding model vertices, or in the case of a model-to-image matching, we compute a localized HSV histogram on the current image of a person extracted by the surveillance system, and then we average all the distance between all the vertices, and we obtain the final value as a matching values. Here are some of experimental results of my method. In the first case is the matching characteristics of the method. It tells us the probability of recognition within the first n images, 1, 3, 5, etc. On the right, there is an example of algorithm performed on our dataset, and it shows the discriminative power, the very good discriminative power of our algorithm, even in the case of very hard situation, like 3 different people with very similar appearance. And the table at the bottom shows the resilience of the algorithm to noise on the localization and the orientation. Some preliminary results of this algorithm have been presented at the Eurographic Italia conference. Briefly, I will treat also the other two topics I research on. The first one is the background initialization. The background initialization is useful because it allows to a fast startup of a tracking system by reducing the number of errors in the first minute of operation. Basically, it takes a very low number of first frame and recreate the actual background image of the camera. The result of this algorithm have been presented at AVSS 2010. This is a simple explanation of the algorithm. We take the first n frames, 10, 20 frames. We split each frame into blocks, and we produce a history of this block, putting it together for each block position all the corresponding block on the first n images. Then we prune a similar block, and we keep only the various different candidates for each block position, and by using some characteristic of the ADMAR transform, we can compute the correct blocks, the correct background blocks, by analyzing their frequency characteristics with neighborhood blocks. And briefly, I also worked on action classification using hidden Markov model and projection histograms and projection histogram developed by Roberto Vezzani. And this concludes my presentation. Any question?